my lovely subscribers. So I thought that I would do something a little more, you know, kind of chill today for a video. I know that today is one of the only days I kind of have to myself at the apartment, and I don't mind making videos when my husband's here, but it's just easier to make a video when it's just me. So I decided that I wanted to kind of do a topic of something to do with work. And I felt like I didn't feel like the need to like really, you know, glam myself up for this video, just because I am just, you know, kind of talking, having a one-on-one conversation with you guys. And I felt like, you know, today I needed my face to breathe. So I don't have foundation on, but you know what? This is me. I do have bad skin, you know. I think most people do, so a watch, probably you won't be able to even see anything in the video and you're going to be like, what are you talking about? But yeah, so besides that, beside the fact that I'm not wearing any foundation or anything, which is fine, I'm okay with it, I wanted to kind of talk about like what we eat at work, because for the most part, most jobs we have to bring lunch, or you know, there might be food there and we have to make the right choices as to what we're going to eat for that day or for the week that you work or whatnot. So my problem is I work at Dunkin' Donuts, as I've mentioned, and we are allowed so many things for free to eat while we're there working. Now, the biggest problem I think that, or the biggest mistake that I think that they made as far as making things free, is the donuts. Now the donuts is super cheap for them, like they don't cost that much at all for the most part, especially the munchkins. So I think that's one of the reasons why they allowed them free to us. But it was such a big mistake, because you get people who, you know, are like me, who love donuts and love sweets. And if you guys know me from my past videos, you know that I'm huge into nutrition, and I try so hard to stay away from most of those, like, you know, bad indulgences and the treats, and I try my hardest for the most part, especially now that it's summer. You know, you want to look your best, you want to be, you know, looking healthy and glowing and whatnot. But if you work at Dunkin's, you have a huge temptation, especially when you're fixing the donut case. I think that's probably one of my huge like parts of my job that I hate, just because the fact that, you know, I'm over the donuts, I'm touching them, I'm smelling them like nonstop. Not only that, but getting the donuts for each customer. I don't do that the entire day. Sometimes I'm in drive-through, and I like that because I don't have to really worry about, you know, getting the donuts or being around the donuts. I don't have to fix it for the most part, because that's what the front counter workers are supposed to do. So my biggest thing, I think, as far as the donuts, I kind of limit myself. I do tell myself that if I do have a donut that week, I cannot have any more. But then I see the munchkins and they're so tiny, and I say to myself, oh, it's just one munchkin, it's tiny. So I will grab one. And then a few hours go by and I'm kind of hungry, you know, want a little snack, and I grab another one. So it's just about balance and trying to balance myself out. And, you know, it's okay to have a treat once in a while, or, you know, sweets once in a while. But if you're trying to maintain weight or just be healthy in general, donuts aren't really the healthiest or healthy at all. It has a lot of preservatives, especially the ones in like donut shops. They just have a lot of preservatives and just a lot of, you know, unnatural stuff that you really don't want in your body, and they just, you know, have a lot of fat. So, I mean, the munchkins have about 3.5 to 4 grams in each munchkin, depending on which one you have. And the actual donuts, it's insane. They're like 20 to 30 grams of fat in one donut. It's ridiculous. So I think that part, just knowing the grams in each, you know, the amount of fat in each donut, I think does stop me. Like if I do have a huge donut, like the regular size donut, I will say, okay, well, I looked up online that this donut had the less out of all of them, so, you know, if I'm gonna, you know, cheat or have like that sweet tooth, I'll just have that. But yeah, my biggest problem is just eating the Munchkins, and even though they're only 3.5 to 4 grams of fat each, it's still, okay guys, I'm talking, we didn't have to interrupt. I don't know what they're doing out there, they've been doing that all day, and then they stopped for a while, so I was like, okay, I'll film. But no, they have to do it while I'm filming. And I think the biggest problem that's been bothering me is that I've been feeling really sick, and I think a big part of it is that I might be somewhat allergic to the coffee or the acidity in their coffee, because Dunkin's has a really high acidity as far as all their coffee. I feel like dark roast isn't as bad, the dark roast iced coffee, but I don't know, every time the 3 days that I work, I get kind of nauseous the second day, like my stomach is really bloated. So I kind of have a routine of, or not really a routine, but of stuff that I know that is good for me to eat, that will kind of fill me up, and it's just that I gotta stick with it and do my best to, you know, instead of having maybe coffee at work, which I love coffee so much, but it's not really that good anyway. Sorry to those Dunkin' lovers who really love the coffee, but you know, we have green tea at work. I should just, you know, keep up with drinking green tea. Like, I have it once in a blue moon, but I could always make it iced, you know, because it is hot, so I don't really feel like drinking hot tea, so I can make it iced. I could do that. And I do drink a good amount of water there. I have at least like a good 24 ounce or, you know, so of water with lemon in it. I think I do pretty good with that, and then I get home and then I'll have a couple more containers of water. So that usually helps out quite a bit. As far as morning, I try my best to have something that's filling, something good. I normally would eat oatmeal, but seeing how I have to get up at 6 o'clock, or get up at 5 and be in at work at 6. It's really early, and so I don't really have the time to actually make like oatmeal, because I like to make it on the stove, as I've had in other videos. So I end up having yogurt with granola and sometimes fruit, which I think is really good. I think it's a great breakfast, and I've been sticking with it. Every time I work, I will have that. So 3 days that I work, I'll have that, and then on my days off, I have my oatmeal with apple, and that seems to be good. I just feel like I need to really cut down and be careful what I eat at work, because it's just killing my stomach. I have a very bad sensitive intestines, and the whole donut thing and possibly coffee there is killing me. So not really, not literally, I don't want you guys to think that, but it's messing with my system a lot. The past month I've been breaking out like crazy, and it could just be, you know, a lot of things that I've been eating there. Now I don't touch the coladas, and like I said, I don't usually eat the sandwiches. I think I've had one sandwich since I worked there, and I think I've worked there for about 4 months, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I forget. So I try to stay away from stuff like that, because the coffee colada has like over 30 grams of fat or more. It's ridiculous how much is in it. But I think the one thing that I probably could cut down, which isn't that bad, I just feel like their milk is okay. It just sometimes, I think their milk, I don't know if they're like the milk there messes with my stomach, because I am mild lactose, which usually doesn't bother me unless I have a really like condensed milk, like it has to be pretty creamy and pretty thick. So it might be the cream, it could be, you know, whatever, but I do have a lot of lattes once in a while, so it could be that, the espresso, I'm not sure. But I know that it has to do with something at work, because when I'm home on my 4 days off, and you know, the stuff I eat, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. My stomach, you know, is not as bloated. It starts to, you know, flatten back out. It's fine. And then as soon as I go back to work, you know, it changes and I feel blah again and I start breaking out again. So my face is finally somewhat clearing up. It was a lot worse and I feel like it's calmed down somewhat. You know, I've been trying to use the oatmeal mask and you know, just the clay masks and a couple other things naturally to kind of fix it. I feel like my time of eating for in between or during work and before work and whatnot does help me. As long as I am able to have a good breakfast, like I said, I'll have a yogurt with granola and maybe some fruit. And if I don't have fruit and, you know, I like lessen the amount of yogurt and granola, I'll have a little bit of I'll have like one English muffin on the side, and I think that combination has helped me to stay full. And one thing I have to remember, which I've been doing really good with, is as soon as I get to work, if I have any like chance, I will get a thing of water with the lemon and I sip on that while I'm working. You know, we have to keep them out back, or from drive-through I keep it by the register. And I'll just kind of sip on it, and it helps out a lot. So if you're able to have water near you so you can sip on it, it does help fill you up so you don't really, you know, want to go snack on the donuts or whatnot. So I thought I'd just mention this because maybe some of you don't really think about it. You just, you know, kind of head to work. If you eat there, you know, you just kind of eat what you can. And then if you bring, you know, your own lunch, you know, you probably bring something quick. And if you know, go all out and do your best and bring your fruit and your vegetables every time, and you know, you're able to do that, that is great, because you know, you have a lot more self-control than I do. But usually I do. That's why it makes me really disappointed, because I know that I have that self-control. It's just that I've been having way too many donuts to the point where my system just wants that type of sweet all the time. And I know that if I get back in that routine of just restricting myself and telling myself no, you know, I don't want to be unhealthy, I don't want to, you know, have these acne problems and, you know, become overweight, I, you know, usually can kind of cut down and tell myself that, but I just got to be a lot stronger. But yeah, I'm usually one of the only ones that actually bring like pasta salad, or, you know, some sort of a sandwich with fruit. I mean, not fruit, yeah, usually with fruit, like an apple or a pear. I mean peach, not pear. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so if you guys have issues with this, let me know. I know that maybe some of you really don't think about it, but it's just something that maybe I thought I'd bring up, because maybe you guys are in this situation and you really don't know what to do or what to eat. But these are the things that have helped me so far, and that I'm working on even more. Because like I said, I just don't want to be unhealthy. I want to be, you know, have a fresh face, and you know, it's summer, so you know, there's not a lot of times that you really do want to wear a ton of foundation and concealer and all that stuff. Yes, that's what's going on lately. But I think that all of it is just making me really tired, and I just need to, you know, cut down and just do my best and drink a ton of water, and continue with my multivitamin, and things should be back to normal. You know, that's what kind of makes me miss not working, because I was able to control those things. I, you know, had what I had here. There was no sweets or anything. You know, it was occasionally that we had, you know, a sweet in the house or something I'd made. But for the most part, it was always something that was still pretty healthy. It wasn't as bad as donuts or, you know, stuff like that. Always balance, 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 balance. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it wasn't boring, and I hope that you got something out of it. And let me know about your situation. What situation are you in? Do you, you know, eat the food there? You know, what do you do? I would like to know. And if you have any like nutrition guides of like tips of what you do if you bring food and you're consistent with it, and you know, what are your tips on that, because I would like to know. I always like tips and nutrition stuff, so I would like to know more. But yeah, hope that you all are doing well. If you have any like ideas or information that I can do for my channel, more videos, I do have ideas here and there. It's just the fact of actually filming them, and I know that I need to cut down and just film them, but you know, like I said, I've been super sluggish and I need to stop that. I love making videos and they're a huge hobby of mine, so when I do them, they make me happy, so I need to do more because I will be happy. Anyways, I will stop that was a weird accent. I don't know. I'm really weird today. And like I said, I think it's my day off, so I think I'm just in a good mood. For the most part, I'm in a good mood. It's sunny out and I am making a video for you guys. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!